I love how people can save and get everything that they need with Axomo. I'm Mike Marshall. I'm CTO here. I've been here since the beginning, from building the early systems behind the scenes to helping shape the tools you're using today. My background is in tech, but what I really care about is helping teams build something that they will actually use. They asked me to play the mystic on this journey. I'm not the hero. I'm not the villain. I'm just the guy who shows up long enough to hand over the map and then disappear off into the shadows. I can work with that. I'm a systems guy. I live in dashboards, data, back-end logic, the wiring behind the message. And what I've seen over and over again is that most companies don't lack a brand. They lack alignment behind it. Brand control used to live in a PDF, a document buried in a shared drive that only marketing could find. Meanwhile, HR was ordering jackets, finance was questioning the spend, IT was trying to connect the dots with identity platforms and spreadsheets. It wasn't bad, but it was fractured. It wasn't really anybody's fault, but it wasn't anyone's responsibility either. Too often I've seen HR and marketing sitting across from each other like they're an audit, not on the same team, not trying to help connect and unite the people that we are trying to serve. Axomo changes that, because a brand is no longer something that lives in theory. It lives in the system. It lives in real time. It's not static. It's not hypothetical. It's a living, breathing command center. Tools like the style guide and logo manager move your brand DNA out of the design doc and into a place where it actually gets used. Marketing still defines the boundaries, and then everyone else gets to play in bounds. There's no guesswork, no version control, no panic, just alignment. One source of truth shared across departments with data that reinforces the message instead of contradicting it. Let's start with the style guide. This is where marketing locks in your brand's visual DNA. Colors, fonts, tone, even usage and rules. And the beauty is, it's not hidden. It's right there for everyone. HR managers, admins, partners, and yes, even us developers too, can find the logos that they're looking for. No more is this close enough? No more, I think this is the right red. Everyone is pulling from the same standards, which means your brand doesn't look right once. It looks right every time. Now let's look at the logo manager. This is where all of your logo variations live and where rules behind them are actually enforced. Think about how many times someone on your team has asked, where is the latest version of the logo? Can I just grab it from the Google Drive or this old email? Where was that embroidery file that we're using? It's all right here in your logo manager. Every version, light, dark, stacked, patches, it's all stored and tracked, and everyone has rules attached. When to use it, how to use it, and what print colors print with what. So if you're printing on a black shirt, the system automatically knows to use the white logo. If you're printing on a white mug, it knows automatically we need to use the color version. You don't have to be a designer to get it right. You just have to use the system. The result, no more back and forth emails, no more stretched images, no more last minute asking, who has the file? It's governed, it's current, and it's globally consistent. That's the power of the logo manager, one of the quieter heroes in brand alignment. Next, we've talked about this a lot already, but is the customizable admin dashboard. Every team from HR to finance to marketing can design the layout that fits their needs. Engagement data, redemption, history, inventory, sustainability, whatever matters most to you, you'll be able to set your custom views, and across all of these views, one consistent story starts to emerge. Your brand becomes visible, trackable, and tunable. The dashboard doesn't just show performance. It tells the story of your brand's health. You even get a brand score, something that you can work with quarter by quarter, just like revenue or an NPS score. And yes, the future is headed towards AI-powered insights and predictive recommendations and smart prompts. But even now today, your Axomo rep meets with you quarterly, helps you interpret the data to raise your score. Now, I'll be honest, I've said something over the years that gets me a lot of funny looks in meetings. And I'll pull up a report and I'll say, at the end of the day, this report doesn't actually matter. Cue all of the concerned funny looks. Then I'll ask, if the number was lower than what you wanted it to be, what would you do? They'll pause, think for a few moments, and then rattle off a few great ideas. To which I say, well, then why don't we just try that? See, the truth is, there is no report. At least, not a report that will tell you what to do in the same way that a good brainstorming session will. Reports don't create action, people do. Metrics are a map, not a command. If you want to move the numbers, you sit down, you collaborate, you challenge your assumptions, you experiment, you work with your team, you try again. That's why Axomo doesn't just hand you a dashboard. It gives you something far more powerful: time, insights, and permission to pivot. That's what our quarterly reviews are for. Not to admire a graph, but to rewrite the next chapter together. So let me leave you with this thought. If your brand is a mirror, what is it showing your people? Are they reflected in it, or are they just receiving it? Because here's the truth. We don't command brands with rules. We command them with clarity and with data, and with the courage to let people participate in the brand, not just receive it. That's what it means to command the brand. And when a brand is actually felt, not just seen, that's where culture starts to come alive.